Hi there, Scott here with another Aperture experience for you. This is a kind of a variant on something I did earlier about metadata presets, and just stumbled on this really by accident. Nothing majorly new here, but I thought I'd show this anyway. Just another usage for metadata presets and setting things through places if you've got images that you're kind of cleaning up metadata on. So I had these images I'd imported from a trip many moons ago to Australia. And I noticed as I was going through the images and tidying them up, my data for the image, city, province, country, and so forth was missing. Uh, Simply to take care of it, but it got me wondering about all the other images in my library. And sure enough, I had tons of them that I had missed this information on. I guess when I first started using Aperture, my import technique was not as refined as it is now, and I wasn't populating this information when I was bringing images in, or just wasn't remembering to go back and set it for images if I had a batch that spanned a number of cities. So I ended up creating a smart album to check these things. Very simple album, you can see it right here, and I'll get a screenshot of this on the blog. Really just checking for IPTC. Is the image city empty or the country empty? State, it may or may not be valid. I guess in Australia I can specify a state for Sydney, New South Wales, and so forth. Other countries maybe not, so I've kept this generic. But from here, I thought I'd just show you what I did to clean all these things up. Alright, so the first thing, since I had gone through all these images previously and had actually geotagged them, so that's going to make my job a lot easier. I'm going to pop over to Places, and we can see I've got a bunch of things going. Willow and two other cities, Jillian Caves, Black Mountain area. Let's zoom in just a little bit and see if that helps us with all of our cities. I can get most of them on the screen there. Okay, so now I've got everything here, and what this will allow me to do is I'll quickly make a metadata preset for each one of these cities. Let's just do Sydney, since that has the largest number of photos. That'll be a good place to start. So I'm on the Info tab. I'm going to go to my Gear, Manage Presets. I have a bunch of these already. I'll just grab my last one, duplicate it, and I'll name it Sydney, Australia. Okay, and then scrolling down to where I've got this information. I don't need any of that. Oh, I don't want to clear values. Sydney is the city, and the country is Australia. I'll say OK. And now I will go into Places. I'll click the arrow, so I've just got those photos. I want to make sure I've opened all my stacks, and I have done that already. It's not telling me I need to open all the stacks. And then down in my my scroll window here, my split view, I'll just quickly go across and select all these things. I probably could have done Option A, and we've got all of those things pictured, or sorry, selected. I'll do a replace because I like to make sure everything's nice and clean, and I'll say Sydney, Australia. That's going to populate that right in there. Those are now all gone since my selection is messed up. But let me pop back to Aperture proper, and if I look in here, this, oh, my Places thing is still set. Turn that off. Should be a lot fewer pictures here. And in fact, I've only got 22 displayed here, but in my main project, I've got 45. So certainly 45 minus 22 is the 23 images that I've tagged for Sydney. And I can repeat this process for the other cities in my selection. I've got Woolhara, I've got the Jillian Caves, this was the Blue Mountain. I think I had something else over here in Manly, I think it was. Yeah, so things like that. So I'll just repeat that same process for the remaining pictures. And again, that part I think you've seen already if you've watched my videos previously. But the primary thing I was pointing out today is making this this smart album for checking this stuff, because I was really surprised how many pictures I have that I have to go back and tag these things. For you, if you don't care about the data, then don't worry about it. For me, I want to make sure everything is as proper as possible. That's it. Thanks very much. See you again next time.